Welcome to a very random impromptu live edition of the Sewing Report. I was shooting another video and I had like my hair done and stuff, so I thought I would jump on here for a little bit, kind of share what's going on. We can chat, you can ask questions, and I also am really excited because I've got some really cool new stuff in the Sewing Report Etsy shop. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I'm going to try to turn on the chat. Let's see if I can figure this out. I don't know. Okay, how do I look at the chat? All messages. Okay. Hello, Shayna, you're here. So this is kind of a low-tech live stream. I'm on my iPad, so there's that. Because I wanted to be in the sewing room doing this. Normally I have another setup that's in my bedroom. It's not as cute of a backdrop, but I do have like an actual microphone and I do it on a real computer. Also, my iPad is on 62%, so hopefully this lasts for a while so that I can chat with you guys. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. So I was shooting a video, so I'm going to be doing a video testing out whether or not you should pre-wash t-shirts and clothing item before you do stuff to it. So if you do machine embroidery or if you do HTV, heat transfer vinyl, I really want to test out. This is gonna be the start of like kind of an experimental video, and I am going to test out whether there's a big difference in pre-washing fabric versus not washing your items and just kind of doing whatever to it. So we're gonna find out real soon whether that's like a thing or not. I don't know. All right, sorry. I think I have to look here. Okay, but anyways, I am jazzed because I've got some new things fresh into the shop. If you haven't checked out the Sewing Report Etsy shop, it offers very curated, personalized items that I have chosen myself. There are things that I use personally and that I've been using for a very long time, quite a few of these things. So I just wanted to jump on for a little bit and share some of them because I am pumped about this. Woo! It's Sunday night. I haven't eaten anything today, so there's that. And my hair is like not cooperating. So yeah, here we go. It's like, yeah, I have a lot of hair, guys, and it sheds a lot. And no joke, when I'm doing these videos, it takes me forever to like make sure nothing's really out of place and everything, and that I can, see everything. So that's always super fun. But it takes a while to like, and usually I use this iPad as kind of a monitor so I can see it. Like the typical thing that happens is like hairs will be like here, or there'll be like a couple baby hairs like over my face or something. But anyways, there's a couple new things. This is brand new and I just got these like last week. And these are the needles that I actually use myself. I've been using these needles for probably at least 5 years and they are great. So I found these on my distributor's website and I ordered a bunch. So I am offering a pack, 3 packs of needles in a bundle in 3 different sizes. So I've got 80/12. This is for your more lightweight thread. 90/14. This is kind of for your mid-weight thread, your 40-weight thread. And this is one of my favorites, 100/16. And this is awesome because it can really handle your heavier, like the thick with 2 C's thread. So I have used these needles to beautifully quilt using the RFL 12-weight thread. And that is always a really good time because if you try to use a smaller needle size, you're going to get a lot of like thread breaks and then it like strips the thread. Never fun. These are titanium coated. So I have noticed that you can use the needle for a bit longer. So that's awesome. Pack of 3. This is $19. Everything, and by the way, everything is US dollars. And right now I do only ship to the United States because there's just too much complications with doing stuff internationally. Hello from Wyoming. And yes, this is new and exciting. $19 a pack of 3. And I also offer free shipping over $35 in the shop. So that is always good. So I'm really, yeah, this I wanted to offer the needles that I use all the time. And I was really excited that my distributor had these because I was like, oh, this is the same needles I use. The next item, this is good for your knit fabrics. This is by Oregon, a company I use. If you've seen any of my embroidery videos, you know I use the ballpoint needles pretty religiously in my Brother PE800. And these are for your knit fabrics. This is super stretch and it has a slight ballpoint, but the needles are great for helping with skipped stitches and really helping you tackle those very stretchy fabrics. So this is a pack of 5 and it comes with 2 different sizes. It comes with 75/11 and it comes with 90/14. So it comes with 3 of the 75/11 and 2 of the 90/14. Oregon makes an awesome needle. I can just tell you that. They're pretty reasonably priced. These are $5 per pack, also available in the shop. And this will help you with your knits. So if you're making some clothes, making some baby items, these are the ones you want if you're working with the stretchy fabrics. All right, the next item, this is new, but I'm really excited about it because it is a different kind of seam ripper. This is by Havel's Sewing. Havel's is a very well-known, reputable sewing brand, makes a lot of scissors, cutting tools, and this is a seam ripper for serged seams. So it looks kind of like a surgeon's scalpel, but it'll really help you cut through those serged seams easily and help you if you have to rip out those stitches. Hopefully you don't have to rip your stitches constantly because that's never a good day in the sewing room, but when you do, hopefully this will make it easier. This is super budget friendly. This is $3. And for a long time, I also didn't know that you were supposed to replace your seam ripper every once in a while. I'd been using the same one for years, but now I actually do replace these over time. And just to let you know, the seam rippers, any seam ripper, will get dull over time. So this is probably something you can have maybe for like a year or two, replace it, get a new one. But again, at $3 a pop, that's pretty good. And it says cuts easily, no tugging or poking. It also will help with if you have to rip out your embroidery stitches. We all know those are pretty tough. And it has a safety cover too. So these are really cool. This is new. I might film a demonstration with this. I think that would be interesting just to show how this works. But $3, guys. Also in the Sewing Report Etsy shop. All right, last but certainly not least, I have a fat quarter bundle for you. This is by Figo Fabrics, and this is a gorgeous collection. So I've recently started becoming a retailer for Figo Fabrics, so I can get any of their collections. I'm going to start small with the fabric, these, just because this is kind of a higher price item for me to buy as a supplier. But I got a pretty decent deal on this, so I thought I would try out a couple and see how it goes. I have 5 of these. This is the Oasis collection by Pippa Shaw, a really talented designer. Definitely follow her on Instagram, pippa.shaw. And this collection comes with 14 fat quarters. So a fat quarter is a quarter of a yard of fabric, but instead of being cut the long way, it's cut the chunky way. So it's 18 by 22 inches, so it's good for small projects, or if you want to maybe do a quilt with this, I think this would be a gorgeous quilt. I love the colors of this line. It's blues, greens, like a mustard yellow, blush pink, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I gotta say, Figo is kind of a newer offshoot of Northcott Fabrics. So if you like the substrate that Northcott makes, kind of a silkier quilting cotton, you will definitely like Figo Fabrics. And I'm really excited because I've gotten to preview some of the lines they're coming out with over the next year. And there's some really good ones. So far I've ordered from the holiday collection that they're doing. It's called Peppermint by Dana Willard. She's with the Made Everyday channel, and I did order a little bit of that. So I'm hoping to be able to offer some kits for that. So we will see, but I have 5 of these. These are $49, but the shipping is included. So $49, get it shipped to your door in the United States. And let me tell you, the shipping for this is not cheap because this weighs over a pound. So I wanted to roll the prices of the shipping in with the bundle. So $49 and you get 14 of these fat quarters. This one I had to keep because I opened it, of course. So I wanted to give you kind of a closer look at the fabrics. Aren't these gorgeous? So we'll just go over some of these prints. And I'm really excited because they have some geometric prints and then they have some more organic ones like flowers. This one kind of looks like tree branches, something like that. They have a few that are clearly inspired by tile patterns, and I think these are definitely some of my favorites. Got birds. Another floral print in the blush pink. Florida gal here, palm trees. Gotta love that. Tiles. Yeah, and Miss Donnie, I agree. Definitely great for a Florida quilt. This totally looks very Florida to me. It kind of reminds me of like something in Key West or something too, even though this is supposedly inspired by a trip to Marrakesh. So we got the tiles. So yes, I do have 5 of these, 5 only, in the Etsy shop. And there's a link in most of my description boxes, and there's also a link on my channel homepage. But if you go to Etsy and just type in Sewing Report, I should pop up in more palm trees. But man, I'm excited. I don't know what I should make with this collection, but I really genuinely do like this collection, and that's why I decided to give some of these bundles a shot. But I'm actually like, being able to buy fabric wholesale has been super cool because now I can, you know, try to offer some kits. Down the line, I may do some yardage or something. I'm thinking about ordering more like of the like 5-inch charm pack squares. I think those would be easy to ship and kind of a lower, kind of a lower risk thing to start offering. I mean, I don't want to order like 50 bolts of fabric and then not sell any of it. That would be a lot of money invested. So I'm going to start small, but this is so cute. And I've got 5 of these in the Etsy shop. So if you're interested, check it out. And man, yeah, let's just talk for a little bit. I gotta eat something in a little bit because I haven't eaten all day. So, all right, let's read some comments. Star, love Dana Willard's fabrics. They are fun and festive. Yeah, she's one of my favorite designers, and her channel is great. She offers really easy to follow tutorials. So I've been a fan for a while. Like, I'm personally a fan. I'm trying to, all right, some of these things, I can see your comments for a little bit and then it goes away. I use some quilts for my table, just a plastic over the top to protect it. That's a really good idea. So you use the quilts as a tablecloth, but then you put plastic over it so people don't mess up your quilt. I think that's a really smart idea. But I just want to jump on, kind of do a little bit of a hangout, very, very cash, and we'll just chat. So yeah, I am excited because some of these things are super cool, and I am just really excited about all this stuff. So how's everybody doing tonight? If it's evening where you are, I don't even know what time it is here, but I'm working on my next videos and I was filming stuff. And since I had my like hair done and I don't look scary, I thought I would like jump on here and try to say hi for a little bit. So, all right, how is my dollhouse? It is wrapped in plastic and I have not opened it in about 2 years. So I'm a little bit behind with the furnishing for sure, but sometimes that's life, you know? So if you guys have any questions, so normally when I film these things, like it takes me 2 hours to like do my hair and like get ready and put on makeup and stuff. So it takes me a really long time. So normally I try to shoot more than one thing at once so that, you know, so that I'm not putting all that work into being camera ready for like just one video. So I also did like a little bit of an IGTV thing. Man, I'm not like, I'll post on Instagram, but I haven't done like a lot on the other stuff on Instagram for a while. Like I don't really do the real stuff. I do like TikTok okay though. I think TikTok is kind of a fun place. Man, having bangs is like very distracting. There we go. Yeah, so I recently got bangs because I was inspired by all those Korean actresses, even though I look nothing like that and I'm not, you know, like 90 pounds, but it is what it is, guys. But yeah, I'm excited. So what do you guys think I should make with the Oasis collection. I mean, this is such a cool fabric line. I don't know if I should like try to separate them and maybe do like little things, like I could do zipper pouches or some bags or some like little stuff, or should I like put it, sometimes you do get a collection and you're like, wow, I want to use all these together, but sometimes that can seem maybe a little too like manufactured and like curated, and sometimes I want to like mix things up a little bit. But like, this is such a cool collection. You know, I gotta get cracking on some Mother's Day gifts. I do want to gift some of the women in my family some Mother's Day stuff. So if you guys have any ideas for that, let me know. Because I might do like some more gift videos in the future. Like, I really like making like little projects that don't take a super long time. I have not made a quilt in a while, but I really should make a quilt. In fact, I saw a line today that was on the distributor's website that I was like, I really could do like a really neat quilt. And I was thinking about doing like a beginner quilting series. If that's something you're interested in, let me know here in the chat or down below in the comments. If you're watching the replay, I'm just curious. Let me know what you think. And also, if you have any suggestions for other like smaller sewing notions or sewing tools that you would like to see in the shop, let me know, because I'm really interested in getting your feedback for stuff that you actually want and need. So, oh man, I'm trying to, all right, the comments keep like disappearing and I wish I could see them. Oh man, I don't know how I see these. All right, top chat. All right, here we go. I don't know if that's working. Yeah, charm packs are totally fun. I was thinking about maybe trying to stock some charm packs. Those are like kind of lower commitment, and also they're more affordable quilting pre-cuts. I know sometimes the fat quarter bundles can be like a little more expensive because there is a lot more fabric, but I'm really interested. So would you guys be interested in charm packs? I saw some super cute ones that I was thinking about ordering a few of each one, and I was considering doing some sort of like beginner quilt along where maybe we make a quilt together and we could all use the same charm packs. I want to do something that's pretty easy and something that only, you know, uses pre-cuts, because I know that's easier, especially when you're a beginner. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Okay, all right. I'm trying to see if I can see all of the comments. Oh, here we go. All right. All right. All right, Patty, thank you. Okay, Mary says you could cut into 5-inch squares, then stitch them together for a tote bag, hobo bag. That's true, although I guess at that point I probably should have bought the charm pack, huh? Probably. Something like that, I don't know. All right, why can't I see? Oh, here we go. I'm trying to see, like I'm having trouble getting to the chat before it disappears. Okay, so Miss Donnie says you like the rolls and the charm packs. Yeah, I think the charm packs are cool, yeah. And they're like cheap. Usually you can get a charm pack for like $12, you know, $12, $10, depending on if it's on sale or not. So maybe I'll order a few, you know, different types of charm packs. One collection that I was looking at, Riley Blake is apparently manufacturing Liberty of London prints, and I saw some of those and they were super cute. So I was thinking about ordering some of those and maybe some other charm packs and then offering those, but also then making a quilt with you guys, because I do really love quilting. I have not made a quilt in quite a while, and I thought really for 2021, I think the next step in the Learn to Sew series I've been doing is trying to make a quilt. I actually think quilting is easier than sewing clothes. So if you're someone that's new to sewing, but you feel a little intimidated by clothing, I actually think making a quilt is pretty doable. Even the steps that you might think are hard, like the binding, it's really not as intimidating as it might look. So if you're interested in doing a quilt series with me, let me know. All right, I'm trying to get this. All right, how do I get the chat back? All right, here we go. So yes, pillowcases. Yeah, Miss Tony, I do have a pillowcase tutorial on the channel if you haven't seen it yet. I did a very basic pillowcase with a French seam, so no visible seams. They came out great, and actually the pillowcases that I made for the video, I made them with an art gallery fabric sprit, and they have been holding up really well in the wash. like 0 wrinkles, so I don't have to iron them or anything. I was surprised because I was not expecting that with the art gallery fabrics. I really thought I was going to deal with a lot of wrinkles, but surprisingly, that has not even been an issue at all. They come right out of the dryer and they look just like they did when I made them. So that's been kind of surprising because I really just thought I was going to need to press them every time I made it. Okay. Star says, I usually make a small quilt around 36 inches square so I can finish it faster. I mean, don't we all love to finish stuff fast? I don't blame you. And that's a pretty good size for a baby quilt. So, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So maybe we'll do like a little baby quilt. Usually I make my baby quilts around 40 inches just because then I can use one with the fabric as the backing and not have to piece it together. So I'm a little bit lazy like that in some areas, and I also like to use kind of an abstract print or a solid for the back, so I don't really have to worry too much about lining it up so it looks totally even. All right, got a comment. This is about sewing machine prices. Have you ever been told why Brother and other brands don't allow dealers to put prices on larger machines on their websites? I have definitely been familiar with that whole business practice. I used to talk a lot to Jason and Brenda with Pink Castle Fabrics. If you're not aware, Brenda and Jason have been on the channel a couple times. I do consider them friends, and they had to close their sewing and quilting related businesses. A lot of it was due to COVID, but they were kind of telling me quite a bit about all of those sewing machine prices. And it was like very specific. Like there were specific models that you absolutely could not advertise the price online. So and I've noticed that with other brands too. I don't personally like the practice. I think it's a little bit like weird and kind of like with car dealers, like they don't tell you the price until you get there and sit down. I wish sewing machine manufacturers really made the pricing very transparent on the websites. So yeah, I don't like that. I think it's weird. And it's like, yeah, it's like very, I don't think it makes it easier for you as a consumer to make your decisions regarding buying sewing machines. So I'm not really a fan of that. I wish they didn't do that. And, you know, like, I don't think buying a sewing machine, like, especially if you're spending more money and you're getting a higher end machine, I don't think the buying process should be as complicated as it is. And I do think you should be able to buy all of them online. Like, it's 2021, guys. You should not have to physically go to a sewing machine dealership to buy a sewing machine from them. You know, and I know some of the folks in the business are a little more old school. I get it. But I also think that they need to adapt to the consumer behavior. And we're living in a day and age where you can get literally anything delivered to your house. And sewing machines, some of them still you can't, like, I remember seeing on the Bernina website, you could purchase a sewing machine online, but you still had to go to a sewing machine dealership, last I checked, to pick it up. So they wouldn't just let you buy it online and deliver it to your house. I think that's a barrier to entry, especially for young people. So if anyone's watching and you're in the sewing machine industry, guys, you got to make it easier for the younger generations. I think the likelihood of them walking into a sewing machine dealership is pretty slim. And why are you trying to make things harder for them to become a customer? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I wish some of those it's like they're out of like the 1970s, but it's 2021, guys. I don't know. So it's just my opinion on that, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe things will change in time. And the other thing that I think some of these sewing machine dealers are looking at, or companies, when there's a disruptor to the market, they could all be toast. Look at what Uber did to taxi cabs. If there is an Uber that comes along for sewing machines, they're dead in the water, man. Like they're not going to be able, you know, unless they make some changes really quick, they're not going to be able to compete with whatever new company comes along that makes it really easy for you to do everything online and make it so that you never have to leave your house to do things. I know that makes some of us look lazy. I am lazy, you know, I'm just going to be real. I am lazy. I like stuff to be delivered to me. Like it's a convenience thing. And right now, the most important thing we have is our time. So if something saves me time and it costs the same, I will do the thing that is more convenient. It's just one of those things. So I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice. Okay. So we got a couple comments. I tried to call to find out the price of some embroidery software, and they said they weren't allowed to tell me the price over the phone. Yeah, that seems like it's kind of a thing. I don't even care that I have to go to the dealer to buy it. I would just like to know the price beforehand. Yeah, I know. That's a good point. If it puts machine shops in a bind, all right. Sorry, I'm trying to get this comment back here. If it puts machines shops in a bind, can't compete against discount dealers. Yep. So yeah, the secrecy is like pretty strange, especially in 2021 where like we're all about transparency. Consumers love transparency, All right, Patty says, I would still like to have free lessons from a dealership and test drive. I still like to test drive a vehicle, no difference. That's a good point too. And I did recommend in the video I did kind of talking about the differences between sewing machines. I think if you're spending a lot of money on a sewing machine, you should try to test it out. I wouldn't spend $10,000 on a sewing machine if I didn't get to sew on it first, because the way it feels when you're sewing does make a difference, and that could be everything. So that is a good point. I agree with the others that you should at least be able to know the price without going there. I kind of feel like they're trying to force consumers to physically go to these dealerships. And again, they have to realize, especially for anyone under, say, 30, these consumers are so used to being able to do everything on their phone that if it requires them to physically go somewhere, I do feel like that's going to be a barrier to those customers to buying anything like that. There's even things like Carvana or CarMax now that make even car buying really simple, transparent, and you can do it all online. You just like pick up the car, get it delivered. So I do think there could be some positive changes that the sewing industry makes to offer more transparency and more convenience to the customers who want it. Like if I'm buying a $200 sewing machine, I'm comfortable with purchasing it without ever using it. I bought a few sewing machines that way. It's not, like that to me is still a low enough price that I'm okay with doing that. And I purchased many things sight unseen online without trying it out beforehand. Yeah, there is a difference. So if you're paying $10,000 for something, you're probably going to want to see it in person. But I do just think that, overall, there's some things that the industry could do to be more transparent and to kind of not be so, like, as some of you guys were saying, secretive. So, yeah, this is kind of, if you're joining me, this is kind of a very casual, impromptu live stream. I just thought I would pop up on my iPad. So this is nothing fancy technically. So I know there's definitely a difference in the production quality. So for that, I do apologize, but I just wanted to jump on, and this was the easiest thing to do. I hope my iPad does not run out of power at some point. So, but yeah. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I just thought this would be kind of a fun thing to do on a Sunday evening. But I'm going to sign off now because I do have to eat dinner. But thank you all for watching. And if you're watching the replay, I hope this doesn't come across too weird. But if you're kind of new to the channel and you do want to see videos about sewing machines and beginner-friendly videos, I have plenty of them here on the channel. If you're on the channel homepage, you can scroll down and I have playlists for many different categories, from embroidery machines to the basic sewing machine to sergers to cover stitch machines and everything in between. Lots of sewing projects, and I'm working on quite a bit more for the upcoming year, but I'm going to go try to eat something and I'm starting to lose my voice. So I'm Jen with the Sewing Report. I will see you guys again in the next video. And remember, whatever you're doing, make it fun. I'm going to see if I don't even know how to exit this live stream. All right, here we go. Am I doing this right?